See, old Mac is on the Ripley.
Welcome back to another episode of Weekend Bullshit. I'm one of your hosts, Sloane, the Cloud Cartel UK, and with me is the tattoo titan, that is Jackson Vape Reviews. Thank you to everybody in chat. Hope you like the new look of the screen. I had a bit of a play around earlier on, so we've upgraded a little bit.
Something different, isn't it? Something different.
Yeah, I thought it was getting a bit crowded. With everything
I know what you mean, mate. No, I know what you mean with everything going around and everything. No, but something different, something I can't do anyway. If you left it to me, I'd never move. Fucking thing. You know what I mean? So I'm happy with that. Looks good as well. Bit different.
What
we're vaping on that? Go on, lads.
I was just about to ask you the same question.
Right, go on then. We'll see what we've got here. We've got the Pulse, the Joule, with I fucking forgot. My brain's gone fucking blank. Do you know what I mean? The recurve Joule on top. First for me. I know it's been out for a number of years, but it's a first for me. I only picked it up the other day, so I am trying it out in squonk mode. Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby. And in that we have. No, I got that one in. I've got 6 licks cherry on top. There we go. However, I've had to add a ton of fucking cool harder in this. I've added for days because I've been vaping. It is a nice juice, to be fair with you. But with a cherry, I tended to find the more cool harder I was adding, the better the cherry was coming out for me. Yeah. So if anything, I've overkilled it with cool harder, but it's the way I like it. So that's what's in that.
You overkill and cool harder don't go together.
Mate, it's like I said. I think I said it on Tuesday. I think Marc, obviously in chat, remember, because I'm getting so used to cool harder now. I think it's starting to get more and more and more. I'm putting more in because it feels like it's not as cool as it should be. So I'm just hammering it in. So right, that's one down on the go. We've got the Odin 100 with the Aromizer Plus V2. And in that, we've got a bit of Jinx, a raspberry and rhubarb on ice, as we've got my ice on it. However, I can't get the rhubarb out of it. I cannot really taste the rhubarb. But however, it's still a nice raspberry. I'd compare that to sort of Moorish Puff. If you've ever had their sort of raspberry,
yeah,
very, very similar, very similar. And last but not least, we've got the Ed Balance with the Ripley RDTA sitting on top.
That looks good. That's a good sound.
Well, not too shabby, that is it? Not too shabby at all. And in that, we've got some of this. I've got it sent over to me. It's from Wizard Mix, and it's strawberry jam. I don't know if it's focusing in very well.
Just about
6 milligram. See if that focuses any better.
Any better? Yeah, there you go.
That's not bad. I'm not, as a lot of people know, I'm not a massive fan of strawberries. I am if I put ice and everything like that in them, but when it comes to sort of a jam and a sort of custard, I'm not a fan. That ain't half bad. Honestly, that ain't half bad at all. Well, it's more, a lot of the, I know it's math too long, but a lot of the sort of strawberry jam, strawberry custards are more sort of, I don't know how you say it, sort of candy, sort of commercial types. Yeah. Not realistic, if that makes sense to me. Not, yeah, that's it. Bam. That ain't.
Oh, it's not right.
Yeah, that's really nice. Long. And then to finish it off, with what we were just talking about, we've got a bit of a piston head on the go lager. Not too shabby at all. There is the can. Lovely jubbly. You know, that's me done. Kick it, ads. Over you.
I've gone a bit backwards this past week. Sorry if I sound a bit bunged up. I don't feel well today. So I've got the Vape Snail on the sup box. In there, I have got, where the fuck's the bottle? I've got Ultimate Puff Rainbow. That's quite a nice one. So I like that one. I've also got the billet box with the Mob Mini. And inside that, I have, So I'll get the little bottle. Banana Man. And I've also got, which is new in, I've got the Arbiter
Yeah.
RTA.
You hold the Banana Man bottle back up.
Well, this one.
No.
You
Put that one down.
it?
Come on, get the other bottle on the go.
Well, this one.
There you go. That's Banana Man.
I didn't want to try the big bottle. Always made it a bit slutty. A bit of a slut for a bit of Banana Man. But yeah, I've got the Arbiter RTA on the own 250C. And in that, more Banana Man. But I've never actually had the Arbiter before. I've heard of it. I've heard people talk about it. But the wife got it for me for my anniversary. I didn't even know that she was getting it.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I bought you this. But apparently she was told that it was good. But do you know what? Me and RTAs don't normally get along. I always get really muted flavour. But then this first time ever, I decided to jump on Google. And then I found out, thin your wicks out, you put too much cotton in. Do you know what? It's amazing.
Is it?
I really like it.
Ah, yeah.
But it plows through liquid like no man's business. Like, severe.
What did you get the bubble glass with it, or
yeah?
What's that old?
I think that's 6 mil.
That ain't bad. That's not bad.
But you can plow through it in one sitting.
Flip
you
it,
can see go blah, 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 and it just goes.
Shit it, man.
But I don't know whether it's because I put a 0.1 ohm coil in it. I probably should have gone for like a 0.25 or something.
Yeah, something a bit higher.
Yeah, I just whacked in a pair of just like 26 aliens. I thought, it's got a really nice deck to it. So they fit perfectly, but yeah, I might rip them out in the next couple.
Filling it? I've heard of the Arbiter. I've never had it myself. Yeah. So, what's the fill method? Sort of slide or a bayonet cap?
A quarter. Oh shit! I've just unscrewed the top. It's a quarter turn and then just pull straight out. And there's
so it's not a massive issue filling.
So I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
But it's
got the kidney holes.
Massive dips in it, so you can actually fill it past the kidney holes if you want.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, mate. Especially if you get good flavour from it.
It's got an internal chimney that you got to put over your coils first, and then you screw the top on.
Ah, yeah.
It condenses.
That's all right.
But yeah, you can change the coils and wicks with a full tank, which is also a plus point.
Yeah, you can't moan at that, mate. You cannot moan at that.
But to drink, you're gonna laugh. I've got black tea with lemon, ginger bits, and honey in. The wife told me I need to drink it because I'm an ill boy and I've got fuck off water. But yeah, that's me done. So before we go any further, let's see who we've got in chat.
Yeah, can do.
From the beginning, we've got McTavish. He was the first one in. We have Jackson Vape Reviews. We have me. Oh, Tobias is here. You all right, mate? And we have Lethal Coils. You all right, Chris? And we have Josh, the Vaping Jedi's in as well. Cheers for stopping by. Yeah, before we get into the main topic, is there anything new that you bought?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I keep looking at you when you say that. I thought, is he saying it to Jeff or is he saying it to me? No, like I pointed out, obviously I got the recurve jewel in. I've been wanting it for a while. I know, to a lot of people, it is a couple of years old and, they've been there and done that. But for me, I like sort of trying not just the new stuff, but a lot of the old stuff as well, where you can get on bargains and stuff like that. I like to compare stuff from years ago. Is there massive amounts of difference with flavour and, just everything like that. And I've wanted it for a while, so I ended up getting it, the recurve jewel. So I got that, currently squonking it. I do, at the minute, I'm preferring it, obviously, on the squonker, not too shabby at all. So I will do a little review of this at some point in the next week or two. And the review that's coming up very shortly is the new from Ambition's Mods and the Vaping Gentleman is, I don't know if that camera picks it up very well, is the Ripley RDTA mouth to lung.
I really like the heat fins on top.
And there you go. Try and get it to focus a little bit better.
It's just a little single coil.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like,
So not too shabby. Not too shabby. Quite, I'll be honest, straight off the bat, it's pretty good. If you're into after longing, if you've had the Bishop, obviously McTavish is in chat, also has it, so, is available over at Nature Vape. So if you fancy the Ripley, plus it comes a mat with all different sort of accessories and everything like that. Basically, the thing I'd say, if you've ever had the Bishop mouth to long, it's it's the same company that make it and produce it.
Yeah.
It's the Bishop, but I would, first impressions, it's smoother. It's a much smoother airflow. So I've got that coming up for a review. So I've been testing this out. To be fair with you, I've been testing this out now for. Well, we come off the show Tuesday night, off Nature Vape show Tuesday night. I put a build in it, which is the same build that's currently in it now.
Yeah.
And I've been vaping that probably near enough every day since, and only that.
Oh, shit.
So apart from the recurve, so we've got the review coming up on that. So like I said, it's not too shabby looking at all.
Is it just round wire you put in that?
Yeah, that's all I put in it. Yeah.
I like.
Oh, we do want to try another.
They do look good.
See, obviously the accessories, you can obviously you got your 2 mil glass section there, but you can get a different section where half of it's sort of your stainless steel to match the top, and then you've just got the sort of mill down the bottom where you see your juice. But you've got a couple of poles inside. I don't know if
I can see them. Yeah.
You see, got two either side.
Yeah.
I call them stems, poles, and obviously you fill up your poles prior to filling up the actual tank itself. You fill up your 2 poles, because if you don't fill up your 2 poles and you just fill it up, you're right, you get dry hits. The juice don't, they call it, capillary action.
Yeah.
So basically, your cotton sitting on a well, I call it sort of the well, and it feeds straight up the poles, straight onto your cotton. It's very, very easy to wick. So it's nothing about dipping them wicks down or nothing like that. You've got a gutter, a well, trim them off to the ends, and with the capillary action and your 2 stems, the juice comes up, saturates the cotton, bump.
So you just sort of down the juice well rather than shove it in. Yeah,
you sit gently on top like that. Exactly the same. It's like the Bishop. I don't know if there's your Bishop. So I'll give you an idea. Very much similar.
Yeah. So
a little bit different, but deck-wise, it's the same. Basically the same. Do you know what I mean?
I prefer it. I think it looks really nice.
Very, very easy. But I will, because I thought, you can also, in the packet, you get the mesh, your mesh short strip where you can roll them up and use them as your poles.
So it's
you
not
can
the
do
old, was it they used to have
quite a bit
cables?
to it.
They used to have the old cables, didn't they?
Yeah. So I haven't tried that, but I did try, because I thought we'll take the poles out, I'll leave the poles in and then fill up and then see if it wicks. And it don't. If you don't fill them poles up, to me anyhow, it didn't wick, because the juice ain't coming up. So all I would say is make sure you fill up them poles prior to filling up the actual tank.
I suppose you get a little air there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and touch wood, it performs very well, to be fair with you. So I've got the review coming up of that. So I want to do a decent review. You got your hairpins, so you can, dual hairpins, but you can blank one off. It comes with a multitude of hairpins, depending on the drawer that you cut quite after. But no, not too shabby at all, mate. Not too shabby at all.
Look at that.
It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is different. I like the top bit, it's sort of like, I don't know what you call it.
It's like heat fins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's something different.
I really like that. Look at that.
Have a look at that, mate. Obviously, anybody's interested, if you jump over to Nature Vape, type into the Google browser Nature Vape and type in the Ripley. I think he has it in a couple of colours. The stainless, I think it's gunmetal. I'm not sure the other colour, but no, there's a few colours.
Stainless. That looks really nice.
Yeah, I think it looks banging in stainless. I really do. And it, jobs are good in. So no, a couple of bits there for me. What are you up to? What have you been up to?
Not very much actually. I've been doing mountain and coils today, but I decided to give up because I keep sneezing I get halfway down, then I sneeze, and then the wire fucking wiggles, and I fuck it up, and I'm just like, no. So I done a couple of sets, put them down, and I've just been laying on the sofa watching films today because I didn't go into work because I thought I had COVID because I woke up and I felt horrendous. It's obviously because I got caught in the rain yesterday, so I think it's just a really bad cold. But yeah, apart from that, I've just been working, getting the house ready because I ain't got long left now.
No, no.
Until there's three of us. So yeah, and I've just been pissing around on Photoshop, been learning Photoshop at the moment, which is much more complicated than I thought it was going to be.
Is it?
A lot more, yeah. I find myself just going into YouTube. How do I do this? It was just like even how to resize a photo or
Flipping out.
move a photo from say like this side of the screen up to here.
Yeah.
Like you have to hold. Oh, well, I wouldn't know that. I'm trying to drag it, and it's just getting bigger and smaller. Oh, but
I couldn't do it now.
Yeah, took me forever, but yeah, I'm slowly trying to learn that just to have that in the bag as well.
Yeah,
And
tinker around.
Just been playing around with like our chat screen now. So
yeah, no, I'm obviously looking at it now on the phone, and it looks pretty good. I like that. I do like that. I think that looks pretty duty, to be fair with you.
If you can see, I don't know if I'm pointing the right way. Down here, it's all friends of the show. So rather than we're having it all across all around, we just got them on a reel in the corner, and there's
I've just realised that, and they change.
Yeah, I just thought
quite nice.
Yeah, we got some new ones in there. We got SimSig in there. Hopefully, I picked the right one because I was looking at.
I'm happy with that. I think it looks good, mate. I really do.
So, apart from that, I've just been really boring. Just been at work, so earning pennies, and keep trying to keep out the rain.
I know, yeah, summer's gone now, especially where I am over in Cov. It's just last sort of days it's been peeing it down. It stop start a little bit of sun, and it's pissing it down. Since I got up this morning, it's not stopped. Okay. It's pissing it down. That's tremendous.
Yeah.
But it's one of them. It's only about 12, 13 weeks, then we're at Christmas.
Oh, please don't.
See, mate, don't when you say it like that, like. It's 12, 13 weeks, nothing, man. It just month goes.
It flies.
So, no.
Right. So, we'll jump. Well, I call it a main topic, but it's not really a main topic. Do you pinch or do you strum? Chat. I know you've been going mental about saying we've got a lot of strummers in the in chat. What about you, Jackson? What do you do?
Both. Like I said to you off camera, I know you looked at me a bit funny, but no, I think when I first ever started sort of dabbling with coils myself and installing obviously pre-made coils, it was always sort of install them, I'll have a little strum, and then it was double check fit, with my screws, going around tightening up my screws, looking all professional, right, and then strumming. And then now, like I said earlier, I think it's habit. I do think it's habit. I install them, heat them up, and I'll strum, and then I'll pinch, and I'll strum and pinch. And you can, everybody to themselves. Some people only strum, some people only pinch. But I don't know. I do think the pinching's just habit. I don't know, but I do both. I really do both. Go on.
Josh just said, sounds a bit sexual.
I know. What do you do?
When I first started, I was should we say, a vicious strummer. I would just go at it, and but now, yeah, I'm more of a pincher and a puller. So
that sounds bad.
That sounds even worse. But no, because I always start, no matter what coils I have, like even my 0.1s when I was doing them, I start on 10 watts and go up by 5.
Do you honestly?
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't.
Because on my DNA, I set it at 10. So when I set a new coil on it, 10, and then just keep firing it for a couple of seconds at a time. And then after a while, you can see the heat coming on them. They give them a little pull, a little pinch, and then go up by 5. And then just wait until the colour changes, and then just keep pulling and pinching.
Yeah.
And then once you hit about 40 watts, you start getting that even glow from the inside out, and there's no signs of hot spots. Because as soon as you get that one hot spot, even if you can get it out, I always feel it does something to the flavour because it just fucks that one bit of the coil up. But I don't know if that's just me. So that's
no, I
why
agree with you on that.
I start so low.
The only thing I'll be honest, I don't think, with mouth to lung coils, yes, I do. I start very low and go up really low. I think on mouth to lung is about 7 or 8 watts to start off. But, you know, for the aliens, obviously, I get off you and everything like that, dual coil, I'll probably start off at about 30, to be fair with you. And it literally, but your coils, the thing with your coils, and I know people say, oh, he's only saying it because it's, you know, your friends and all that lot, but it ain't, honestly. I tend to find with your coils, a couple of little strums and that's it, they're done. Yeah. I don't have to piss around with them and start pulling legs and stuff like that. Where I've had other coils, or if I do like a couple of little builds myself with my pre-made alien wire, and I've just got around it, I tend to find, yes, the wire's only cheap, it's nothing expensive, but I do tend to find I have got to sort of pull in and pull there. It does take more to get them evenly, but with yours it is literally just a couple of strums and off we go sort of thing. They're heating up instantly. But I think what helps with yours as well massively is you clean the hell out of them, don't you? You see, that I think that makes a massive difference. I really do. I think it makes a massive difference because yours are crystal clean. Where obviously, when I like the wire I've got here, you can. I'm not going to say no different. You can see it has got the oils on, and it's got, you know what I mean. It is coated in oils, so it does. I think that does tend to, you know, take a little bit longer. Fucking playing around with them to get them heated up.
Yeah, because I do mine 5 minutes in the ultrasonic cleaner, then I leave it to room dry, and then I do another 5 minutes. Then leave
it does. It does make a massive difference. I really do. I really do.
For me, it's more that I wouldn't want to inhale. See, like when I bought, I've only ever bought one pair of pre-made. I used it once and I didn't want it because someone else has touched it, and I think I don't really want to inhale.
Yeah, no, I get you. I do get you.
I think it's a bit of like, I wouldn't say OCD, but just a bit prudy that if I want coils, I want them as sterile as possible. So at least the only hands that have touched it is mine.
So obviously, when I first started, you know what you're sort of doing, but you don't, and that's honest truth. When you first start, you sort of got an idea, or you wouldn't be doing it, and then you watch the videos and all like that. Yeah. But I always took it as obviously once you put, you got your coils in, your single coil or dual coil in. Yeah. Once you're heating them up, it sort of kills anything that's on them anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's sort of, it's meant to, isn't it? I take it is, but it's still. I don't know. I do think it makes a massive difference because you clean them.
Yeah,
I'll always stand by that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I that's the one thing I did decide to do, was to make sure that when people receive it, they're as sterile as they can and as clean as they can possibly be.
Yeah.
Without me.
The only thing I keep nagging you for. The only thing I keep nagging you for, and like I said last time, and I think a lot of other people would be interested, is if you did spools of wire at all. Do you know what I mean? No, mate, you should do some, knock some out. I really do think.
I was looking at doing strips. That was a thing that I was thinking of, just selling sticks, so sell them in like packs of 5.
Yeah.
So you can get your 2 claws out of it, 5 or 6 wraps with a bit left over.
Yeah. I think that'd work.
But the thing that I don't know, I know we've probably got other coil builders in chat as well, but I don't know, but if I'm very weird, like if I sell you one that's 5 wrap and they say, do you mind me putting another wrap on? I would personally say, well, no, if you want 6 wraps, I'll do you a 6 wrap because I know the ohms. And if you put the 6 wraps on and it's not wrong, that's your fault. And then it pisses me off because I feel bad that you haven't had a good vape or what you want.
Yeah, I know.
So but I can understand. Like, I know a lot of people will add or take off wraps and that. But I'm quite weird. If someone if I get a 5 wrap and I want a 6 wrap, I'd look for another coil with a 6 wrap because obviously you're changing up the ohms massively.
Yeah, good try. Yeah, I get that.
And if you're whacking it in a mech and it goes bang, or is it shit? Oh, you sent shit coils. I don't want to argue with someone. Well, you shouldn't have added a wrap. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I get that. Of course I do. Yeah,
See, that's why a lot of people I ask, "Oh, what you putting it on?" So at least I know the space that you've got. So I will say, no, don't do a 5 wrap. You're going to need a
yeah.
6 wrap. Or I had someone ask me for a series build for OG Recoil.
Really?
Yeah, and that's going to be like 8 wraps, and you ain't going to fit 8 wraps, 3 mils on it. So I had to be honest, say,
No.
look, you're not going to do it. You're not going to be able to do it unless you're doing like make like a mouth to lung type coil, which brings it homes all the way up.
Yeah, of course it does.
And then you've got to half it because you're not using it on a series deck. But I know people do build to that, which is great. But as I'm not versed in building that, I was like, sorry, I can't do it. So then
Yeah.
you say, I'll go to this person, I'll go to this person that will be able to do it. But that's the great thing when people. Like, I like the fact when people ask, like, oh, I want what's the best coil for, say, like, I'll just grab something while I'm here. The Glass Mini. I don't know if you've had that from Steam Crave. This
I've
was
not
from
personally, no.
this is from the
I've not.
Vaping Jedi sent this to me. She said, "I want a coil for that. Can I have a 2680?" No, I ain't gonna fit.
No, it's not
do
gonna
you
work.
know what I mean? So I've actually had a couple of people ask for coils, and they're like, "Oh, it doesn't fit." Like you asked them for
No, I
26.
get what you mean. No, I do.
So
It's a good
I
point. It's a good point.
always try and help people out. But sorry, going back to the pinching and strumming. Um, the other reason why I go really low is I always feel, and if other coil builders in here, you can tell me whether I'm bullshit on it, but this is just what I personally think. If you've got wire, so you've got a coil and you blast 40 watts through it, the integrity of the wire will diminish quicker. So if you slowly bringing in the heat, obviously it gives the
Yeah.
wire time to adapt to it and it doesn't ruin the integrity of it. And I felt that personally that it's lasted me longer starting at that much lower wattage and then slowly bringing it up by 5 watts. Yeah, it might take me 15, 20 minutes to get a perfectly glowing coil, but I always felt that the flavour lasts.
No, that's a good point you've made. That is a good point you've made.
Yeah.
Reason being, and I will say, when I originally first sort of started getting into sort of RDAs and stuff like that, I used to obviously get cheap coils, and I think a lot of people did at £2 and £3. I'm not going to lie, you get a set of aliens for £2, nothing special. I used to install them and then, heat them up at 30, 40 watts and give it a few days to a week. The coils are at it.
Yeah.
And yes, I know a lot of it's down to the wire and everything. Like I get that, but it does make it. You do put a good point across there. Like it's cheap enough wire as it stands for £2 for a pair of aliens, and you're heating them up at 40 watts. You're fucking killing them. They're going to start collapsing. So no, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah, you might find it may be worth if people in chat and you with your spoiler wire, try it from 10 watts and then
Yeah, no, but I will do.
and
I
see if they
will do.
last a bit longer. Because
Yeah, I think they would.
I don't know if it's just me, but that's just the way I've seen it, and
Yeah, no, it's a good point. No, it does. It just makes sense. It
Yeah.
just makes sense. A lot of sense.
And with the strumming, I found that when you strum, especially when you're cleaning off the coils, if you strum where the integrity of the wire is obviously less because it's been heated up for so long, you get gaps.
Yeah.
Within the wraps of the aliens. So that's
That's
why I
mad.
said, if you pull
One.
them, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, go on, Ads. Go on.
I was saying, so if you pull from the start, pull and pinch from the start, when it comes to re-glowing, you'll generally find you just need that one little pull or one little pinch, and then everything's settled, and the wraps are still laying flat. It's not gap city, and they generally look a lot nicer as well.
One thing I don't do, and I'll be honest, is majority of the coils that I vape on are your coils.
Yeah.
Apart from mouth to lung, which I get wire over from Nature Vape for mouth to lung.
Yeah.
But the majority of all my tanks are your coils. The one thing I don't do, and I don't have the need to do, is when it comes to cleaning them. So you whip your cotton out, and then a lot of people rake them off and put them under the tap. I gently burn them, about 30 watts, always have done, bang, straight into the tap, back out, slowly heat them up, bang them in the tap. I never rake them.
Yeah, generally.
That's one thing I don't. I don't do it.
Some people swear by raking the coils.
Yeah, but it's like you've just pointed out, though. When you're raking them, you're separating them.
Yeah.
Where obviously, when you're heating them up, putting them under the tap, you're getting all the shit and the corruption off anyway. I tend to find.
Yeah.
I never have rakes up.
Yeah, but then you got people that will call you every name under the sun because you dunk them in water.
Yeah,
I think it's very much personal preference. I do what you do, but I turn mine down to 15 watts, and I burn it low.
Yeah.
Slowly run it under cold water, burn them off again, turn it up by 5, and then I do that 3 times.
See, I know there's thingies out there. I've seen. Well, I've got one. I've never used it. I've got one here. You know, the wire brushes.
Yeah,
I just think I'll get it out now. I've never used it, but I just if you take a look at it in the thickness of it, if you're raking your coils with that, as you can see, it's thick. You're telling me that ain't damaging your coil?
I tried using it once, and that was on a pair of my mouth to lung stag confused Claptons that I was trying. And as I raked it, I snapped the fuse wire, which was 40 gauge.
Shit, man.
And it went ping. Because obviously, it's well, with most aliens, you're looking at 26, 36. 36 is still a really thin bit of wire. But it's not as thin as, say, so I've got a pair of 38s here. That is, you run that across it, and you're fucked. You can push.
Yeah, but this is it. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see so you can't even see the thinness of that wire. No,
I can't see it. No, I can't see it, man.
If I pull it, we got broken it. That's how thin it is. So if you're running,
you're just ripping them apart.
Yeah, you're fucked. But yeah, I've never used it, but I know people do.
Yeah, no, I do.
Day, I suppose.
I think it's each your own, isn't it? Like you just said, we all have our own sort of what we prefer doing, and you know, some of us just go with what everybody else is doing, or you just have your own thing. I tend to have my own thing. I think a lot of people, I think early on when you're sort of getting into it, and you sort of, you know, you watch that many YouTube videos and somebody's doing this or somebody's doing it, you tend to follow the fold. I did when I first started. I tended to follow all them lot because they knew what they were doing. I didn't have a clue. So I copied everything. And then I think for the hobbyist sort of side of things, when you get into it a bit more and you start tinkering around yourself, I think you find your own sort of way and what you prefer. And that does you.
Yeah, because
I
only started using the water because when I first started building, it was Dash Vapes. Do you remember Dash Vapes out of Canada? He done a video of how to clean your coils because I just put cleaning vape coils into YouTube, and that was the first thing that popped up. And he ran them under the tap, and that's what got me started running them under the tap. And then I watched, I think it was Bogan or someone like that.
Yeah.
Started strumming it all off after you hit the nuts. And then I ended up doing it all, and then just over the years, just sort of dwindled it down to what I personally think works best for the coils. But it's funny, if you look at any coil builder, everybody does everything differently. So if you look at like M-Turk, look at Twisted Messes, you got Gundam Metal, the way he cleans his coils and even glows his coils is different to the way I do it.
The one thing I can't stand and I can't vape on is stainless steel. I can't. Do you know what I mean? I'm a NI80. That's it. Cancel. I think I first started on that. Yeah. And then obviously I went on to NI80, and that's me. I prefer that way. Other people prefer other, don't they?
I believe I can taste cancel.
Do you?
I think I can taste it. I'm sure I can taste it because whenever I vape cancel, I get an extra taste of a metallic taste. So that's what I think. NI80, Micro 80 is the cleanest tasting.
Yeah, see, I love NI80, but correct me if I'm wrong. I've heard people say, I don't know if it's true, that a lot of people are allergic to it.
Yeah, you can get people allergic to it.
Yeah,
There is
yeah,
there is a coil builder that only does Canthal coils because he's allergic to nichrome, and he only
yeah,
does Canthal because he knows he can't vape them, and other people can't vape nichrome, so he can build Canthal at such a low ohmage that you can use it similar to a nichrome, but obviously you can't get them down to 0.10
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, you wouldn't
because
much.
it's generally higher. But it is good to look. I tried Canthal, building Canthal aliens. I had when I first started, I think I made 10, and nobody wanted them. So
Really?
I've still got the wire. Everyone went for the nichrome.
Yeah.
I had
It's
someone
got,
ask me,
it's got to be the most popular, isn't it?
yeah, I did have a couple of people ask for stainless steel, but I've never worked with stainless steel, and I know
Yeah, you see, I
it's a
had a
completely
couple.
different ball game.
Yeah, I've tried stainless steel aliens and just no, not for
No,
me. I can't
people,
stand it.
there's some people that only smoke it.
Yeah, no, I
Vape
know.
it, sorry, not
Yeah,
smoke it.
and then you've got what have you got? NI90 now. You've got
Yeah,
that.
you've
Is
got
that any
titanium.
good? Yeah, titanium. Have you tried them personally?
I've never tried titanium. I tried NI8, NI90. Um, Not really much difference if I'm completely honest with you. Just the ohms are different. That's it.
Oh yeah,
So
they're
if
about the same,
it's
but
just lower.
same sort of performance
Yeah, yeah,
wise. Yeah,
it's pretty much the same. But I know Coil Cloud does, and I'm sure he only does NI80, NI90. Sorry, he does a lot of NI90 coils. But to be honest, I only really use Nichrome 80s because it's what I prefer.
yeah. No, that makes sense. I don't know. That makes
And I know
sense.
it's horrible to say, but I only really build stuff that I want to vape, and I
Yeah,
think it's a good vape. I've had people ask me for juggernauts, and I'm like, no, you don't want to vape a juggernaut.
no.
If you want a coil that can somehow suck out every bit of flavour out of your liquid, get some juggernauts. It's really bad. Other people love them, so if people love them, that's fine. But me personally, I put my all day vape on it, and I'm like, can't really taste very much.
Yeah,
Most
you've
things.
got to have stupid wattage as well. I've tended to find the wattage is stupid, man.
Yeah, I
To
was
get
doing.
anything decent,
I was Clapton in it. It was two cores. Each core was Clapton in it. So it was 26 Clapton in 40 gauge, and then both cores wrapped in point 0.5 ribbon wire, and it come out something ridiculous. I think it was like a .08 or something.
see, what wattage? I bet you hot fucking well over
Uh,
100 watts. Isn't it?
yeah, I had to put it. I would never put that on the Mac, but it was just because someone wanted it. I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to." I said I'd build them for you. I've built them before, but never used them. And afterwards, I was like, "Sorry, mate, I'm not gonna sell it
Yeah,
to you because they're horrendous."
crap.
And they go, Tobias, that's Juggernaut Spitback City. Yeah, hot street screaming hot lava in your mouth.
Which is not nice.
No,
Flipping ain't nice.
it's on the same level with Kissing the Dragon, which I've done quite a few times.
You know.
Yeah.
No, but it is mad to considering that that's the good thing about vaping though. You've got so much, different wires, different coils, there's so much versatility with everything.
Yeah.
Everyone, so you've got so many options for what if I like that you don't like. There's something for everybody out there, which I tend to find that's massive amounts. Because if you go back to when you were smoking, I know you've got about 20 or 30 brands of cigarettes. I get that, of course I do. But when you're coming over to vaping, you've got massive amounts of different coils.
Yeah.
You've got, different RDAs, different RTAs. You've got thousands of different juices. You can play all day for week upon week. So that's the massive thing I do like.
Yeah, and another thing that I found weird was saying like if you want a strawberry, how many different types of strawberry liquids are out there?
Fucking hundreds, thousands.
It's
And they're all
ridiculous.
different.
Yeah.
They all taste fucking different.
Yeah.
That's the thing I fucking know.
Oh, Jay's in chat. You know, mate, and fuck off for your micro mohawks. Like, no, thank you. Yeah, he made me make a pair of fucking MTL Fralians.
Oh yeah. What? Any good?
Do you know
What
what?
the vaping like?
For the effort that we had to put into it, it's not worth it.
Serious?
I would say minuscule difference. There was no real difference for me personally. Because it was 0.2 ribbon wire,
Yeah.
and fuck me, trying to lay it sideways flat and then trying to frame it for the time it took just to get it all set up straight. And to then wrap it. Wrapping was alright. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But when I'm so
Yeah.
used to I do non-stretch, so I don't stretch my decals when I make aliens. But with these, I had to stretch them, and trying to stretch like 38 gauge, you put it that a little bit too much, and it just flattens the whole wire out. So you lose.
Shit, man.
So yeah, for the effort that was put into it, I would not sell them.
Not worth it.
No, definitely not worth it. But I think Jay said there wasn't much of a difference when he vaped them as well. But fuck, micro mohawks.
Flipping hell.
I don't understand.
Oh, you JP. Thanks for popping in, mate. Thank you.
Have you ever tried mohawks?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I've not, no. I've not, to be fair with you, no. I haven't.
They look nice. They're horrendous flavour.
See, that you sort of mohawks, obviously I've seen what they look like, but they're sort of what you call for Instagram, aren't they? Yeah. Get your picture in, get it put up. That's it. Don't do anything else.
It's an understretched alien, that's all it is. So what you do is you understretch it, so rather than getting a wrap, so when you got the wiggle on the curve of the alien, you understretch it so that curve points up, so you catch the other end. So it's just a mistake. That's all it is.
Oh yeah.
So then that's
I didn't know that.
So I didn't know that. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just you just understretch an alien. And first time I'd done them was because I understretched. And I was like, fuck it, let's just keep going. And then wrapped them, they looked lovely. I got some brilliant pictures of the ones I made. But they vaped horrendously.
Yeah, I thought like that. No, I need the flavour. I don't need the look, I need the flavour. Sod the look. I'll have the look for the pictures for Instagram and that's about it. Yeah. I'll plank them on Instagram and then fucking not vape on.
So you go, Jay says, didn't find any difference, not worth it compared to a standard MTL alien. So, yeah, it was so much extra work. JP's gone down the billet box rabbit hole. Welcome to the club, mate.
Flipping hell,
We've got to get Jackson down there.
Mate, it's money. It's money. The billet box fucking look at the fucking price set on, man. Yeah. I'm not saying I've never tried one to say if it's a good vape or if it's a bad vape. I've not experienced it. But like I've pointed out before, I think it comes down to you know, so much versatility, like we discussed before with billet boxes. I'd be the sort of type, you know, to get me little setup straight away. So buy it how it is. Get it, start vaping it, then I'd be on the fucking internet Googling the buttons, Googling the doors, the bridges, and then you sort of, like I said before, you're getting into fucking hundreds, ain't you?
This is like, you can get these for 60 quid.
Yeah.
And that's a Boro tank in there that goes in the billet box.
Oh, yeah.
So you get, these are like 60 quid. The vape now is like 70 quid, but you can get cheaper versions, or you can go down the clone route and you spend 23 quid, and there's no real difference.
Really, though, is that how much difference? Barely none, or
I could not tell the difference. Material-wise, you can feel that it's finished better.
Yeah.
Vape-wise, none. See, I've got here. This is Hakuzeda. That's a clone.
Oh yeah.
There's no difference. There's no real difference.
See, that's mad. That is mad.
So it is worth, but you will go down that rabbit hole. I can guarantee you. I'll send you the some information so we see, because you can get.
Yeah, we shall have a look. I do see. I like a master long. I do like a master long. Do you know what I mean? I do.
That's the build deck with a little alien.
It's fucking tiny, man. Look at it. Obviously, I wear contact lenses. Normally, I wear glasses full time, so I've got my contact lenses in. I've been looking. Oh, I'll have my glasses on now. I have another fucking pair of the magnifying glasses on fucking top just to fucking see it, man. Do you know what I mean?
I've got shit eyesight, but it is very, very, they're very fiddly. But mate, I love them.
Yeah, no, I can see why people like them. Don't get me wrong. I can see why people like them, and like tinkering around, changing the looks of it. I get that, and the bridges, I do get that. It's just I look at it like I pointed out. I keep pointing out. I just look at it like at the money wise. I look at the money side of it, and I think, that's how much to sort of get me one, and then it's that, and that. Because I know my mind, and it's like, I know it sounds stupid. It's like, but when I've got the first mechanical pulse, right, and obviously you could change the colour water bottle, the sort of e-liquid bottle, and the two doors, and that was it. That's what I was doing. I thought, I'll have the red doors, I'll have the pink bottle, and you buy everything to go with it. You don't need it. It's just you're sort of up there, and there's telling me I need it. Just to change the looks of it, and I could see that with the fucking billet box, but it's obviously
shitloads of stuff. But JP's asking, where do I buy? Buy to sale, Discords. You don't want to spend in full price on it. I'm going to throw KVTV under the bus, but when you go down the high-end world of especially bridges and the mods, some of them are like £100 lottery buy just for a ticket to then spend 250 quid on a fucking.
You see what I mean?
And that's not even half of it. And I think I don't want to throw him on the bus, but I'm sure he's done something like that. He loves these mechs and that, and especially his Boro mechs and that. But that's a whole new world, Boro mechs as well.
Okay, now.
Here's another one. Here's another one for you. This is a clone of the Wicked Bridge.
Yeah.
Get a normal one. Over 100 quid, well over 100 quid, £22.
See, there's massive difference, isn't it?
Fucking no difference. They're made in the same fucking factory.
See, it is mad when you think of it like that, though, isn't it? It's made in exactly the same factory. That's 22 quid. That's 100 odd quid.
Yeah, 175, 275.
See what I mean? You always, to me, I'd always pick the 22 quid one. I really would, just because of the cheapness.
That's the Mod Mini, and that's a couple of hundred. Just for that little thing in there. But I'm going to tell you, it's well worth it. But if you've got a couple of 100 quid spare,
I ain't, mate. Not now. Not at this moment in time. Okay, now I'd get fucking hanged. The missus fucking found out.
But the great thing is, like, billet boxes are becoming really commercial now. So you've got the Aspire box, which takes Boro tanks. There's loads of other ones. There's all these, like, should we say, commercial companies that are coming out with stuff that bridges can fit in, like the Ether.
Yeah.
BP Mods, that done the Pioneer and all that lot, and the Bushido. They've just released a Boro bridge, the Pioneer Insider, and that's like 50, 60 quid, which is like a third of the price.
Yeah, it's more realistic, isn't it?
So I'd say give it another year, and you'll be able to. I can guarantee you probably fucking Aspire or someone like that's going to bring out like a 25, 30 quid Boro bridge.
Yeah. I can't see why not. Yeah. I'll have a look. Obviously, Christmassy sort of time. I think with Christmas and everything, get Christmas out the sort of way, and I'll have a sort of a shimmy around, have a little look around, and get a bit of info off you and stuff, and then
you should go to the missus. Do you know what I want for Christmas? And just give her that list.
Mate! Oh no!
Just see what she says.
She'd look at the list and then she'd buy something else, knowing her, because she'd like that. So she'd just, no, I'd end up with, I don't know what I fucking end up with if that's there to get me stuff, especially vape stuff.
Yeah, but the great, like, when I said buy it from, there's loads of shops out there for panels and stuff like that. Etsy. There's so many different companies, Facebook groups that are doing like panels for like 20, 30 quid. But I've got friendly flipper ones, and they're quite pricey, these ones. But you can get like basically the equivalent for like next to nothing, 15, 20 quid.
So yeah, you can't manage stuff like that. Yeah, I like that.
So there's always, but the things with a billet box, most people want to go for like the top of the line stuff, which is I can understand why, but you couldn't really tell the difference.
So that's mad you saying that. That is mad. Puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
I personally, anyway, like you said, I think if you've got the money, yeah, why not? Why not go and buy the real deal? I get that, Costa, 100%. I get that, yeah. But I think when you're sort of a bit shy of the money and stuff, you know, you're going to go down your clone route and you're going to go like that. That's the sort of thing I'd do. And if there's not much difference, why not? How why not?
I think nowadays there's no difference really. Obviously, there's going to be a couple of imperfections. Like, oh, maybe the logo's a bit lopsided. So they're like, oh, yeah, we can't sell that one. Goes in the box.
Yeah.
Then the company's, oh, we'll buy that. And then they
sell
it off cheap. Yeah. But yeah.
You can't buy that.
Get more people down this. You know, every day you see people going down this rabbit hole. You could just see the pound signs.
I'm glad I haven't, though, at the minute.
No, I wasn't going to. And then I jumped in with both feet.
At once.
Yeah, and I think I was talking to Marc before about getting a Boro mech, and I still haven't decided the ones that I want to get. But I will be getting one quite soon. What? Right, great info and hammering knowledge from. Oh, okay. Oh, that's my mate Troy that I used to know well. You're right, mate. Oh, we got Michelle B in the chat as well.
Oh, yeah, Michelle. Oh, yeah.
I still need to get some more of her liquid. Oh, mate,
some more of who? Oh, Michelle's.
Yeah, she's got her own liquid on Dripper Labs.
Yeah.
Found Away, I think it was called.
Mate, I was meant to have a look at that. I ain't even been over and had to look at it, you know.
I think I plowed through it in 2 days.
Flipping out.
I read the first bit, I was like, oh, this needs a day to steep. I'll leave it on the side. Well, by the end of the evening, I was over half the way through the bottle.
See what I mean?
It's the problem.
Oh, I need to get myself some more Congo Bongo. I think that's next for me, mate. I need my liter. I need my liter for Congo Bongo. Oh, nice. Jobs are good on.
It's mental just looking at it because they gave me this bottle and they'd given me fucking one of these. You know, the old.
Hey? Is that to put on the liter?
Yeah. How the fuck am I? Can you imagine trying to drip with one of them?
I fucking wouldn't. That fucking massive fucking bottle and you're fucking out.
It's nearly the same size as my fucking billy box. And I've got to try and get it in there. So I think
you're going to have to decanter. What are you doing? You're decantering it in smaller bottles?
Yeah, I'm going to have to order some smaller bottles with like the little nibs.
Yeah.
The little thin
nibs. Rock them around with you.
Because I'm going to lose half of that on the floor.
See, I tend to find out the minute, obviously, with vaping and everything like that. Like I was talking to you earlier about, its flavours. Obviously, I keep vaping different flavours, different sort of makes of e-liquid and stuff like that. But I always come back to Congo Bongo. No matter what I vape, I'm always coming back to that one flavour. You know, is that just me or is that most people out there? Is everybody in chat sort of, you know, got a couple of flavours on the go, but then always come back to that one specific flavour that they always vape? Because for me, obviously Congo Bongo is my vape. I don't know, since I ever tasted it, that's it. I've never looked back. It's always there. I've always vaping it. You know, is it with anybody in chat? Is it with yourself? Are you always see yourself coming back to that one particular flavour? Or do you just continuously vape different flavours all the time?
I see. I used to have all day vapes. My first ever liquid, I vaped that religiously for like 4 months. Bottle every 3 days. I ploughed through that shit. And then I sort of flit and change. I've got my 4 all-time favourite liquids. But I always fucking pick the ones that aren't cheap. So they've got like the Bloom Cucumber Cantaloupe. I can plough through 120 mils in a day. That's and it's like £25 a bottle. So I only ever get it like maybe once every 6 months.
Yeah, it's expensive, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
it is a lot of money.
And Old Boy Mango, that's another £25 bottle, and that is like crack for me. I can't stop vaping it, and it's the only liquid that I over drip on. I'm just like, I want fucking more. It's all over your hands. You're licking it off your hands and going, oh mate. But
with me, there was a flavour when it varying for the first sort of 6 months to the year when I quit, obviously smoking and got into vaping. I used to smoke. I don't know. A lot of people might know it. There was a flavour, Athena, from a Dark Star. Now that's your sort of your strawberry, your bubble gum, and your kiwi. Cracking juice. Don't get me wrong. And I used to. That's all I'd vape. The good must have been for about a year. And then obviously I started venturing out and getting into different other flavours, trying different other companies. And that's how I sort of got onto the Congo Bongo, never looked back. Now I got myself a bottle of the Athena the other month. I thought, oh yeah, give it a go now. And I don't know, I vape the bottle, don't get me wrong, I vape the 250ml bottle, but I wouldn't now rush out and go and buy it.
Yeah.
Does that sound right? Do you get what I mean? It's sort of
flavors.
Yeah, it done me for that year, the first year, but I couldn't see myself. Even if someone gave me a bottle for free, there you go, Mark. You know, it's 250ml of Athena. I wouldn't then take the bottle in everyday vape it. I think it suited its purpose at the time, and now it's gone.
Yeah, I had the same with this one, the Ultimate Puffline, the Rainbow.
Yeah.
Probably about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And he gave it to me as a freebie. He was like, I'll try this. I loved it. I bought like 4 or 5 bottles. I got this a little while ago. I've literally vaped it every now and then, and I'm like, it's still nice, but
yeah,
I don't like it as much as I used to.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It is weird.
I was the same with Boule Bolu. I don't know if you ever tried the Coil Turn liquid. That's another quite expensive one. I've got a bottle over there. That stuff was amazing. I vaped that continuously. And then, what was it? One of my mates told me about the old Banana Man, which is like the common man's version of Boule Bolu. And now I'm addicted to that.
So it's weird, isn't it? It's strange.
I tried Boule again, and I was like, I prefer my Banana Man. That's why I then went out and bought fucking 1,000 millilitres of it.
No, I don't blame you though. When you like something, you've got it there. You know you've got it there. You ain't running a fucking low, especially with fucking 1,000ml. You ain't running fucking low. A litre of the fucking thing. So no, it is. It's certainly mad. But like I keep pointing out, you know, that's why I think I really love vaping. There's so much, you know, versatility with everything, with the juices, with the, you know, even your tanks, your mods, your setup, everything. It's just so much. It's never ending. Yeah. It's literally never ending because, like I've always pointed out, yes, I know we get new stuff all the time, but some of the old stuff, like, you know, I'm a firm believer in getting the older stuff in and having a little tinker myself because, you know, 6 years ago I weren't vaping, I was smoking, so I don't have a clue what was back then. You know, in the 6 years, what was the go-to, and some of it still stands up. See,
that is still, in my eyes, the best RDA on the market. He's just re-released it as well, so you can get the newer version. It's the OG recoil. Get your hands on one of them. Small deck. That's the only problem with it. And the coils are offset, so you have to put them in like that. So they're not like equal. They're offset a bit. But the flavour of that is outstanding. What else we got over there? I've just had a big clean-up, so. Well, that is the worst RDTA on the market.
What's that one? I can't see that very well.
That is the Profile Unity.
Never had it. Horrendous. Is it really that crap?
Horrendous.
Serious?
Sorry, Joel. I loved the OG Recoil, which that was my first one. OG Profile.
Yeah.
That is outstanding. I loved that. And then they done that one, which was shit. But I think you got the Profile M, haven't you?
Oh, crack him. I do like that. The only mesh I like, I will put my hands on. The only mesh I do like vaping.
Still need to try the Coil M.
Is it better?
Different.
So, do you reckon it's better though?
I want to say yes, but me and the client have a love-hate relationship. I love it for a couple of weeks and then I'll hate it.
And then hate it.
Yeah. So I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I've actually got the all-time worst RDA on the market.
Go on.
And it's English. Have you ever seen one of these?
Turn it around a bit. Let me look at the airflow.
At the bottom, I don't know if you can see this.
I can't fucking see that.
Turn my camera.
I have got my contacts in, so I'm a bit shit.
The bottom.
Oh, bottom airflow, yeah.
And it's got the Mad Hatter style.
Oh, fuck that.
It's
I bet that leaked like a bitch.
The Vaping Outlaws Scorpion.
No, I've heard of that. Shit.
Do you know what? Don't even bother. They put the airflow right underneath the coils. Okay, fair enough. I can understand like the Kennedy style airflow, but it's so large, the cotton hangs half over it. So even if you drip it slightly, it'll fucking pisses out the bottom.
Yeah, I was going to say it'll piss out the bottom.
And then around here, it makes the airflow really turbulent because it doesn't really sit properly. There's a hole run all the way around it. And it's got the most horrendous whistle. Yeah, so that to me, if anyone else likes this, I'd like to know why. So if anyone else has tried the Vaping Outlaw Scorpion, let me know. The only reason I got it is because I cleaned everything out, so I've got a whole table full of like cleaned out RDAs over here.
I don't know. See, I had a little clean up myself. I think it was the other week because my brother-in-law, he's just started vaping, and he's at so I gave a lot of stuff to him, a lot of the old sort of stuff I had that I did like, but you sort of tend to find yourself, you buy something, and then it sort of goes up, you sort of goes away and it goes away, and then it just sort of ends up on the shelf and it never gets used. It's just there for looks. Yeah. So I gave him a lot of sort of stuff, and he's getting well into it, and he's out buying his mods and his RDA tanks and stuff like that, and his juices. So I handed a lot of stuff over to him. If somebody else better off can use it, fair play, because it just sits up on the shelf and it ends up going in the fucking bin, doesn't it? To be quite frank.
I've got a bag.
Do you know what I mean?
Shit that needs to be thrown away.
Yeah. Because some of it, don't get me wrong, carry on, ads.
I say I've got shit in there that's like 4 years old. It's just stopped working, but I think I'll keep it because I might need it. And I was like, I ain't fucking doing it.
But you're not going to need it, are you? Are you, Chris? Thanks for joining, mate. Are you, Chrissy? Bye.
Troy's leaving as well. See you later, mate. I'll show you some of this old shit.
Come on.
You have a walk down memory lane if you want. Oh, have you ever had the Miro AIO?
No.
Fucking horrendous. Don't bother with that. The fucking Geek Vape on with the screen.
Yeah, no, mine's running fine, mate. Mine's running fine.
Auto firing. That burnt out so many bloody cotton.
Must have been the user.
The Asmodus Lustro, I think it's called.
Yeah, lights up and it's got a torch underneath the bottom.
I hated it. That's gone in the bin. We got my first ever. Do you remember the J-Bo Brillo?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's all in the bin. It's all gone in the bin. It's either that or it just takes up room.
No, I do get what you mean. Yeah.
No, mate. So much shit I got rid of. But it's like the same thing. They were like my go-to vapes, but then something else comes in that tickles me fancy, and then it just ends up in a box.
They just get pushed back, don't they?
Yeah.
And then stuff never gets used. That's the thing I tended to find. Do you know? But some of the stuff, don't get me wrong, I've got the Goon up there. I've got two of them, I think, if I remember right. I've got a black one and I think I've got a gold one. I don't vape them now. Don't get me wrong, I don't vape them now, but I won't throw them away. I can still keep them. They're up there. Because eventually I will. I'll think, oh, yeah, I'll get it out. It's like I vape, and like a lot, I vape the nitrous single coil. It's stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. It is. And I always have that on the Pulse. Now, look how old the Pulse is, the mechanical version, years upon years old. And I vape on that daily. Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. You tend to find with some stuff you do bring it back out. It may sit there for 6 months and then you bring it back out, and then you've got other stuff. I've got RDA. I don't know if anybody can remember, especially in chat, called the Sith. Do you remember the Sith? Hang on, bear with me. I'll try and get it out. I see. That's how old stuff I've got.
You got proper coils. I don't know.
There you go. The Sith. I love this.
Do you know?
The
I ain't
Sith.
even heard of that.
Oh, say sexy RDA this.
That does look really nice.
There you go. The Sith. And I loved it that much. Back then, I got me brass one as well.
Bloody hell. I do like a brass RDA.
So I got them, and it was just that I liked them at the time, and I vaped them, and then they just sit there now, like literally. Obviously, I uncoiled them and fucking washed them out, but obviously with the brass and whatnot, they patina, so they over time because I just thinking they're just patina, but I never clean up and whatnot. They're good to fucking go, but I tend to find I honestly don't think I'll vape them again.
You wouldn't.
It's just weird, isn't it? It's like you build up a collection to look at. You just look at it.
Yeah.
You don't vape it. You just look at it, and that's what it's there for. You know, if you bin them or whatnot, have you? Like I said, luckily I got my brother-in-law, so I sort of a lot of things I just keep pinching out and sort of passing on to him, so he can use them. So it's getting used again. But I think with me, they're just there to cover up the white space. Do you know what I mean? It's like someone told me as well. It's like with juice bottles that. I won't mention who it is, but someone says to me, like, if you look at that, it's a fellow reviewer, but if you look at them when they review, they've got bottles and bottles of juices, right? And if you look there and think, fucking hell, he's got a lot of juice he has, yeah, right? Yeah. And he says to me, he says, they're all full of water. I says, hey? What? He says, now they're all full of water. And I says, why? He says, obviously, in other reviewers he knows, he says they send him in the bottles, he asks for the bottles, and he fills them up with water and sticks them on the shelf. And then he says it just looks good. So behind him, obviously, he's reviewing in front, and then behind him, he's just got of all juices, but they're all full up of water. There's nothing in the bottle.
Bloody hell.
You know, it's weird.
Well, you had her name. Oh, what was her name? Zophie. Do you remember Zophie reviews? She had the wall of mods, didn't she? It was like 1,000 mods behind her. All colour coded.
It's like mad,
you got the wall, you got the kit, you got the sofa in the kitchen. Occasionally, Baby Yoda sits there. If I can be asked to get him out again. But...
It's like me. I ain't got much going on. I got a couple of schools up here, which are Halloween schools.
getting in the
and a couple of bits of juices. It's nothing special, it really ain't. And obviously, some people spend stupid amounts of money on backgrounds and everything, don't they? But
yeah, I will be when we move. Well, we was meant to be moving this year, but that I was not moving with a pregnant wife or a newborn. So once I get our house, I'm gonna have a dedicated room for building. I'm gonna put all my streaming stuff in as well. So.
Yeah,
it would just be a fuck off build table behind me.
The only thing I desperately want now, the only thing I'm sort of looking at now to sort of do is get my own. I want my own build mat. So I want my logo
made.
Yeah.
I'll send you through where I got mine made.
Yeah, if you can, mate. I want a big one though. I don't want a small one. I want a decent.
Mine's probably
how big's yours?
Like this big.
Yeah, something like that one.
Yeah, I went to. I think he's called Viper. But they make mats for card games, like what's it like on Pokemon and
yeah.
But they have a section where you send them in your design and they just print it on there.
Yeah, that's what I want. You see, I just want something, nothing fancy. I just want like plain black, and then I was thinking obviously having my logo in the middle, but I don't think I do. I don't think I want my logo. I just want sort of in fancy writing, Jackson Vape. You know, sort of like an on-angle in fancy, but that's it. That's it. You know what I mean? I just want my sort of map.
Because all I did was I sent them my picture that I wanted because my build mat is my mate made the logo for me and I wanted it with like the wood behind it so it looks like it landed on. And he made me the image and then I just sent that through to him and they were like, yeah, it fits perfectly. And then I think from all placing the order, I think I waited less than a week.
See that you can't moan at that.
And that was Swedish as well. It was a Swedish company, but they work in pounds. But you can get a whole table. You can get like any size you want. But I'll send that through to you.
Send that through to me. Yeah, because I want to do that. Yeah. And then I think the next thing I sort of want to push myself. I think what I might do. I'm going to wait for my birthday. I think, and I want to head back over to obviously the Tree of Life box mods and I want to ask him. I don't know if it's possible, but I know he does obviously different types of mods, series, parallel, dual, and all that lot. But I want to sort of see if he can do me some sort of mod where it's a single 21700, but I want a squonk. I want it squonk.
I think he does. Does he do squonks?
See, I can't remember. Obviously, I only spoke to him, I think, last week or the week before, but I didn't bring it up. And I tried to have a little shimmy through his pictures, and I did see one squonk mod, but that was a dual 21700. But hopefully, I can't see why he couldn't.
Yeah, it should be.
You know what I mean? Obviously, because obviously the carcass obviously would have to be a little bit larger just to put a bottle in. Yeah. But I don't want a little 7ml bottle. I want a 10ml bottle. I've got to be awkward and get a little 10ml bottle in at the side.
You need to get
that's my thought.
The medical grade silicone, because anything else you can taste the plastic, the silicone after a while.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure it's the right. I can't remember. Yeah. There's an actual name for the type of silicone you need. I'll remember what it is and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Because I know the ones on the topside dual. They use the high medical grade one. That's why they were more expensive, and you can't taste.
Yeah.
I used it not that long ago. You still can't smell the silicone. I had another one, and fuck me, after about the third time, it just tasted like that manky silicone taste.
Yeah, the shitty, crappy taste, don't it?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever get back into squonking.
Honestly.
Yeah, I sort of gone past it. I know Jay loves squonk, single coil squonk.
Yeah.
He's just got my Bushido. He took that off me, and he's got that on the squonker as well. But I don't know. I went through a massive stage. My topside dual with the OG profile was amazing as a squonker. That was so nice. So I think because there was so much cotton in there, the saturation was like immense without a spit back in there. But I don't know. I just don't think I'll ever get back into it.
Oh, well, look, that's one go. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, but you go through spurts, don't you?
I haven't picked up a series in a while.
See, it's mad, isn't it?
It's sitting
there. When you first got it, I bet you didn't stop leaving it alone. It's constant on the go. It's
been like that till about 2 weeks ago. I've just built a fresh pair of 4-core stagger fuse.
Yeah.
They lasted about 5 months. And that was from like daily use, continuous use. And then I thought, I'll make myself a nice new pair. Put them in, used it a couple of times, and I was like, I'm going back to my billet box.
See, I've pointed out before, obviously in the Rome Riser Plus, I've still got a couple of aliens in here. And December will have been a year, and they will come out in December and be replaced. A year.
Bloody hell.
See?
And no
telling me.
No flavour.
No, nothing at all in there. And I bet you, I'll just sod it. We'll do it. I'm going to get juice, but you look. It's the camera.
They're not looking too bad.
You can't get the light on them, can you?
There you go. Yeah, to be honest, for years continuous use, they're looking good.
They're not shabby at all. Come on.
No. I'll have to send you a new pair for the next year.
I'm determined. I've said I'm determined. I'm getting a year. And you know me, I vape this all the fucking time. I'm always on the aroma riser.
Yeah.
I'm determined they'll come out after a year. Not before. Just to prove the point, to be fair,
yeah.
Not just to myself, just to prove. No, it is to myself. I think it's to everybody that you pay a little extra for your coils and you get what you're given. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I must vape. I think I did something before to try and average it out. I think I vape something about 500 puffs or something a day.
Yeah.
So it's not massively high, but it's not massively low. So it's quite a bit.
I just poured liquid all over the fucking floor. I was thinking,
and you thought it was going to be with
me.
I'm happy.
No, that's the thing. I always wanted to test them. I never managed it to the year because I fucked them up. I think I got to like 11 months.
So,
And then I stabbed them with the screwdriver by accident and fucked them.
and then they have to be ripped out.
Yeah. I wanted to see how long I can get a pair out. But no, like, it's when you look after them, and if there's decent wire.
This is what point out. So you can't mow for what you pay. And like I says, I use them daily. For what you pay, and then you equal that out of the year, it's pennies.
Yeah,
it's pennies. You know, even if you don't get a year, you get 6 months, 7 months. For what you pay, it's always going to work out overall in the long run a lot cheaper than going and buying a pair for, you know, 6, 7 quid every couple of months.
It works
out
£1.16 a month.
A month. Yeah. See?
And I don't take
Come on. Yet.
You pay me £1.16 a month, you can have a pair of coils.
You can't argue with that.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But you see, most people, like you said, you can get them for 2 or 3 quid. They last a month.
They do. I've had in the early days. I've put that many times. I've had cheap coils, £2-3 aliens, and don't get me wrong. They serve the purpose for there and then, and the longevity they do cave in, and you change them. You get a couple of weeks out of them, and that's it. So eventually, you're over the month to you work it out over the month how much you spent. You can have a pair of your coils.
Yeah.
So you might as well. And it does give off better flavour, and you get better performance off better coils with better wire.
I have been looking at. I am mixing up my menu a lot. I'm doing a lot of short. I'm going to start doing some small batch coils as well. Because I try to do a bit of time trial, see how long it takes me to make like tri-cores, quad-core, staggered fused, and aliens and that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing some short run quad-core staggered fused Clapton. So I'll be making a batch of say 10 every 6 months. And once they're good, they're gone. So I'm mixing. I'm back selling coils, so they're all on my website. But I will be changing things up as we go through, at the end of the year. So I should be in a couple of shops by the new year as well.
So fair play. I'm
picking and choosing the shops. But obviously, I can understand like some online shops, they cater for like I don't want to say low end, but like they don't sell coils for more than like 5 or 6 quid.
Yeah, not for the hobbyist.
It doesn't make sense for them to then buy like a pair of 10 pairs.
I get that. Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, I get that.
14 quid, they ain't going to make no money from it.
Yeah.
So I am picking and choosing the shops that I think will work best with them. But anyone in chat, if you've got any local shops that you want to stock them, hit me up and I'll have a chat with them. I haven't got an issue. I'm trying to move away a little bit from selling from the home, just to try and get that customer service up for people. Because at the moment with me, obviously you've got the Google form, and then we have to go through the payment, then send the address, and then I've got to get down to the post office. So if you just say like you go on, just say Nature Vape's website. If you're going on there and you're buying like a liquid, you go and bang, pay, and it's already in the post the next day.
Yeah.
It's better. You'll get it a lot quicker. So I'm trying to branch out a little bit now, just to try and.
Fair play, mate. Fair play.
But apart from that, it's nice being back to coiling. I am enjoying it a lot more now.
Yeah, something you like doing it, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the main thing. You like doing it. You enjoy doing it.
So, and I've got some decent swivels now, which is good. You heard about my swivel incident, didn't you?
I have, yes. I have.
Fucked about for well over 2 years with £10 swivels, £10 of weight swivels. When I need
till you realised.
Wasn't even close. Was not even.
I don't know. Till you realised.
Yeah. And then when the proper ones arrived, I was like, yeah, I can now see why these big fucking beasts like this, and I'm working on ones that are like minuscule. But yeah, it's everybody has to learn at some point. Like, I'm still
of course you do.
I'm still.
I think we all learn. I think you learn every day. You always learn a little bit more and different things, don't you? I think, I don't think you'll ever stop learning. That's what we're there for. You learn. You know,
Yeah.
nobody knows everything. Of course they don't. You know,
Definitely.
some things we know, other people don't. Something a lot of people know stuff that we don't. You know, knowledge is everywhere, isn't it? It's everyone.
The other day, I had to learn how to build the arbiter.
Yeah.
I was just like, why am I not tasting anything? Got on Google and had a chat with some people. Oh yeah, it's me wicks. But I've been wicking shit for years. I just didn't know that obviously I was doing it wrong for RTAs. And I think that's why with the blotto, I hated the blotto because I couldn't get no flavour from it.
Which blot are you on about? The original or the single or the mini?
I got a splotto.
Yeah.
The special edition one.
Yeah.
I hated it. I spent so much money on it, and I was like, I'm not fucking tasting anything.
See, I had that. I did have that. I give mine away, I think, but the flavour to me is all right. It never was, you know, banging. I never thought it was banging. Some people swear by it. I think it was very restricted, and I think the flavour was all right. It just weren't outstanding.
Yeah, I was just getting pure mute.
Over wicking it.
Yeah, I think from doing the arbiter and then actually thinning out my wicks.
Because you let the juice flow up.
Yeah, and the flavour difference of the arbiter was so outstanding. So I think I might revisit the
I would. You might as well. I've always think with RTAs and stuff like that, with floating decks and stuff, I think when you drop them wicks in, I think you've got to thin them out. Don't over thin them out. That's why I tend to find God's Cotton is a bit more finer for RTAs, and it thins out better. And I always say to myself, other people may disagree, but I always, when I put my tweezer around, so I'll drop the wick in, and as long as the tweezer edge goes gently around the outside, and it gives me that, so I know there's a little bit of air, shall we say, that can get in. It wicks fine with me. That's the way I've always done it, and touch when it works for me. Do you know what I mean? If you're over stuff them, you mute the flavour, just mutes, and you can see. If then you take the tank apart and you look at your wicks, you can see on your actual wicks where the actual juice ain't climbing up, shall we say. You see like your dry patches because it's not climbing up. Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely give that a go at some point. But the arbiter's great. Since I fucking proper thinned them out. So I hated thinning cotton. I never done it.
Yeah.
But RTAs on that I did, and it's great. It's a good little RTA as well.
Yeah, it looks all right. Don't look too shabby at all.
It's a bit big, especially on the. It's got a bit of weight on the Odin 250C. It's a big old fucker. But it does blow some good clouds.
Oh, what time are we on?
Well, how far? Oh shit, we're an hour and 20 in.
Yeah, I think we'll say our goodbyes and our promotions and everything. If you want to go first, ads for a change.
Okie dokie, I'll go first. So, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody in chat. Down here, we've got what we call Friends of the Show, which is, we'll run through them quickly across the pond. We've got Birds of Passage, which is a coffee brewing company. We've got Codename Wired. We have Mech Tavish. We have Big D Vapes. We also have Tree of Life. We have Dripper Labs. I put them in twice by accident, but it's fine. He gets 2 shout-outs. We got Nature Vapes. We got the Armchair Imagineer, which is Nick Garrity, who's Angela's Garrity's husband, who does a podcast about the history of Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Really interesting. So give that a listen to. And we also got SimSick down there. So give them all a follow. Check out their Instagrams, Facebooks, Twitters, all that jazz, and their YouTubes. Give them all a like and subscribe. If you want to see my ugly mug again, next week we have an episode of Codename Wired and Cross the Pond. So make sure you hit that notification bell to make sure that you get notified of when I put up the stream. Make sure you follow this guy over here on YouTube. We need to get him to 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. If we get him to 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, I will give the last person 2 pairs of coils for free. So the last subscriber will get 2 sets of coils only if we can get into 1,000 subscribes by Christmas Day. So
I'll struggle, mate. We can struggle. I'll tell you that now.
we can do it, don't you worry. So make sure, tell all your friends and all your family to give him a subscribe and watch his videos, like and leave comments, all that jazz. If you want to follow me, it's at the Cloud Cartel UK on Instagram and the Cloud Space Cartel UK on Facebook. The order form's back on cloudcarteluk.com. So yeah, and we got a Teespring site. So head over to my Teespring and get yourself some clothes. For me, that is you. That's done. Go on, Jackson.
No, massive thanks, mate. Obviously for shouting myself out. You know, obviously 1,000 would be lovely. Of course, it would be. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to sort of be on 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, but you know, slow and steady, shall we say? It's going up slow and steady. So you know, hopefully, you know, my content and everything like that is getting better. As of from sort of my next sort of review, as of from next week, will be the Ripley from Ambitions Modern the Vaping Gentleman. I've sort of invested a bit more in camera. So hopefully the idea of it is sort of try and get better sort of shots, shall we say. So, you know, but down below, obviously with coiling in builds and stuff like that, I want to sort of get it a bit more crystal, a bit more clear, you know. So if you're watching it and you're trying to sort of think, oh, I want to see how he puts the coiling on this sort of deck, I want to sort of get it better clear. So I've invested a bit more in that. And just a massive shout thanks to you, Ads, obviously, for, you know, always saying to jump over and subscribe and everything like that, you know, vice versa to everybody, jump over, you know, follow Adam, Cloud Cartel on obviously Instagram, obviously his YouTube channel as well for all the shows, not just this show, but his other shows, you know, some cracking shows. So you must subscribe to Adam to obviously watch him on them shows. Just a massive shout out to obviously everybody, you know, friends of the show, you know, all of them that pop up on your left, bottom, right-hand side, you know. If, you know, vice versa, me and Adam, we have a lot of dealings with a lot of these people and they're, you know, they're friends. They are friends because they do help and they've always helped the pair of us. So massive thanks to them. Everybody in chat that obviously joins in, you know, everybody on the replay that, you know, just even clicks on the button just to fucking watch us, you know, give us time of day just to acknowledge, you know, a little bit of something different. I like to think this show's a bit sort of different to other sort of shows, especially UK. And obviously, if you want to see more of me, jump over onto Jackson Vape Reviews onto YouTube and sort of have a little shimmy around of my reviews of, you know, juices to RTAs to RDAs to mods, you know, something a bit different, not too shabby, shall I say at all. Jump over and follow me on Instagram, Jackson Vape. I seem to do better on Instagram than I do YouTube. I don't know why. So, you know, I'm trying, I know, slow and steady. So hopefully, you know, someday I should. What I'm aiming for is, you know, to sort of get more subscribers, obviously, on YouTube, and sort of, I like to sort of build coils and everything like that. I enjoy it, and I enjoy it in a review, and I try and sort of do it. My reviews I try and do for people that are sort of struggling to do theirs. So on certain tanks, you put certain coils in. And I seem to think with a lot of reviewers out there, they either put music across it. So, you know, I don't like that. I like to talk and sort of explain how to do it, you know. I tend to be a bit different. And 90% of the products I pay with my own money, and it's not just that. If companies, I do get the odd product off different companies out there, you know, Nature Vape and stuff like that. But I'm sort of honest. If it's crap, I'm going to say it's crap, and why? Because at the end of the day, even 20 to 30 quid to me and to a lot of people out there is still a lot of money. And I myself, you know, will own up to it. I've watched reviews before I become a reviewer, and I've gone out and I've brought that product and I've got it home and I've built it and it's just crap. But then you've got the reviewer saying it's excellent, it's the next best thing, the flavour off it's banging, and it's a load of bollocks. So I tend to be, you know, true to myself and true to everybody else and say, you know, if it's not worth buying, it's not worth fucking buying. So, you know, if I've brought it, if it's got sent, I'm going to be honest. But no, I like to think I bring a little bit something different to it. So just a massive thank you to everybody again for joining us. You know, until next time, next fortnight, you know, catch me and Ads back over on Weekend Bullshit for something a little bit different again.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe. Be nice. See you
Thanks,
later.
guys. Thank you all. Bye-bye.